back for another episode. So let's get cracking. G'day awesome people, welcome to episode 146 of the Train Smooth podcast. My name is Tim Egg, and if you have any questions, feedback, doesn't matter, ship me through an email, tim@trainsmooth.com, or jump on the website, trainsmooth.com. So today's question comes from Travis, and Travis I actually coach, and so he's been bumped up the list of questions. So it's one of those perks. The question is, how long before a race should I cut out strength training? So it's a pretty cool question. What I've done in the past is basically what I've been told to do in the past by mentors and coaches and videos and stuff you see from other coaches, and I never really questioned it too much. I just go, oh, well, that's what you got to do. It's probably been only in the last year or so that I've actually gone, well, why? Why are we doing it that way? And so I'm in the phase at the moment where I'm playing around with a lot of little things, trying to make my own mind up. And I may go back to, and I may actually go, oh, well, they were right. I should have just listened to them in the first place. But so I'll start off from Ironman and I'll work my way back down the line. And I'll start off with saying, every person's different, and every coach has their own different philosophies, but I'll just talk about where my mind is at this moment, and it could definitely change 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and that's basically everything. All these questions I give at the moment, I'm just giving answers to where my head is at right at this moment, and so things progress as we get on. And when I get a better understanding of everything as well. So, for instance, I believe at this stage in my little head that between 8 and 12 weeks out from an Ironman, you bring it down a little into more of a maintenance session, a maintenance block. So while you're ramping swim, bike, run up, you're backing off the gym work, lifting weights up just slightly, just to keep yourself healthy, and it's more maintenance. Hopefully you've done all the hard yards in the off season or before that period. But I also increase though. I like to increase in core strength sessions. So you do 2 to 3 core strength sessions at home, all body weight, as well as that one strength gym session. As you get 4 weeks out, I really dial it back even more. So it becomes really just maintenance work you're doing. So where before, let's say 16 weeks out from the gym, 6 weeks out from an Ironman, you're in the gym for an hour. Between, let's say, 8 weeks and 4 weeks, you're only in the gym for about 40 minutes. Well, now you're only in the gym for about half an hour, 25 minutes. You're just doing maybe 2 lots of 12, for instance, just hitting all the body parts and adding core strength in that as well. And then I'll probably look at doing the last gym session, maybe 10 days out from maybe 10 days out from an Ironman, and that depends on how you're feeling too, how recovered you feel. I'm just giving a generic number here, I know, but if you're going through with this whole phase and you're feeling really fresh, well then you maybe 7 days out, maybe. So that's all. I'm just playing with numbers here, and it's kind of similar to a 70.3, but you start maintaining instead of between 8 and 12 weeks out, but you're turning it into a maintenance session. Might be 6 to 8 weeks out. You start the maintenance session and that becomes more. My headspace is not so much lifting really heavy weights for Ironman and 70.3 and low reps. I have played with that and I was doing that because I was getting told, but it's more, between 8 and 12, between 8 and 15 reps. Just playing around with those numbers. You're starting off with 15 and you work your way down, but increasing more sets per more reps per set. No, more sets for I'm having trouble articulating the words here. I do apologise. But so it's more lifting weights for Ironman 70.3, as in for Olympic distance and sprint distance. I lean more towards explosive strength training, a lot of plyometrics work. I was playing around with that for Ironman athletes. I've stopped that altogether. I saw benefits. I definitely saw benefits adding plyometric works for Ironman and 70.3 athletes. But I've found the risk of injury is just, it's a little bit too high for my liking. So I've scrapped that for Ironman and 70.3, but I really like and I really get a bang for your buck for sprint and Olympic distance athletes, and you can keep that going until a week out from your main sprint race. And even then, you could probably make your last one 5 days out from your main sprint race. But yeah, I do think plyometrics for those kind of athletes are a real bang for your buck. Also, like if also when do you need to be lifting weights? So I do believe you doing core strength work, at least at home, minimum of 10 minutes per session. I think that's definitely a must right across the board, at least 3 times a week. I think you depend on that, and not only during races, especially that last 10 kilometres of an Ironman, where you really depend on that. And I've had someone try and argue with me on Twitter, saying that's bullcrap. But you look at the last people in the last 10 kilometres of an Ironman, how their pelvic drops and they just start running real messy. People with good core strength, you can save 30 seconds or so per kilometre just by having good core strength. So anyone who says it's a lot of crap, I don't agree with them. But I digressed here. Sorry. So let's say you're 25 years old and you've only got 12 hours of training to do a week, your available training hours. Well, your time's probably not best spent in the gym. You're probably better off, instead of going to the gym on a particular day to lift weights, your time would be best spent adding an extra session in, and you can get your strength in through the volume. So as in, you got swim paddles, you've got hills to run up, you've got hills to ride up, you've got low cadence on your bike to really smash those gears. You're probably better off doing that. Also, so you just got to look at what's your available training hours per week, what is your goal, and then you can judge it from there. Now, if you're 45 years old, I'd be saying you really got to try and get to the gym, not only for your performance, but more so when you're 65, 75, 85 years old, you're going to wish you were in that gym at least once a week, preferably twice a week. So that's kind of where my head's at the moment with strength training. As for yourself, Travis, who's answered the question on behalf of you, we play that by ear, man. It's you've got a series of 70.3s coming up now. You've got an Ironman closer towards the end of the year. You're doing a good amount of volume. Your volume's going to be significantly increased a little bit further on down the road. We play that by ear. I wouldn't be. I don't want to say, 2 weeks out from we're going to do this, and it's 4 weeks out we're going to do that, and 8 weeks out we're going to do that. I wouldn't want to do that from this far out. But I will say that you keep your comments coming up. I have got 2 athletes that if I give them 14 sessions a week, they will leave comments and feedback on all 14 sessions, whether they did it or didn't do it, or whether their legs felt good or whatever. It's Travis and Alex. It's funny, the 2 athletes that do it the most are the 2 athletes that are improving the most. So I've got some athletes I never hear from, and I'm always saying, just leave feedback, especially my coaching program is called Final Surge that I use. You upload your Garmin or data, or you upload all your training information, and you have the ability to write what your sessions were. Was it felt hard or whatever, and you just click a couple of buttons and you write a little feedback saying, I felt good, that last interval, I felt really good. I was smashed, or I didn't do this session today because of school or whatever. And I can get that and go, oh, good. I'll either do absolutely nothing with that feedback. I generally leave a comment saying good work or whatever. I'll generally leave it as is, or I'll go, oh man, that's a sign that, I've got to change tomorrow or the next day, or I've got to, whatever it is. The two athletes that improve the most are the ones that are leaving the most feedback. So that's just a little insight there. But even if you're not coached, leave it writing feedback on all your sessions, and you can look back and it has that blueprint. Like, oh, I thought that worked, but obviously it didn't because I left that comment, and then I did that the next day, and that really smashed me. All right, it felt good. You start seeing this print arrive that you can look back and go, ooh, look at that. So if you guys have any other questions you want answered on the show, jump on the website, trainsmooth.com. There's a little submit your questions on the front homepage. Until tomorrow, hooroo. See yous.